We all love watching the interesting travel videos of Alina Mcleod. She is a popular travel YouTuber and has more than 300K subscribers on her channel. Alina's story is quite enthralling. In this video, I'll tell you how she moved from Ukraine to Canada, how she got into modeling at 13 and later got into acting, and how she left all these to become a full-time travel YouTuber, and how Trans-Siberian Express kickstarted her YouTube career. So, now let's start from the beginning. Alina Mcleod was born on February 17, 1991 in Kyiv, Ukraine. Her biological father was born in Russia and her mother, Alina, was born in St. Petersburg, Russia. They got separated when Alina was a baby. Her mother met Gordon, a Canadian farmer from Saskatchewan, in 1995, when he was on a tour of Ukraine, and later they got married in Ukraine, and Alina, along with her mother and stepfather, moved to Kinistino, Saskatchewan, Canada in 1996. Later, Alina's biological parents divorced. Alina grew up in Kinistino, a small agricultural town with less than 1,000 inhabitants, and got her Canadian citizenship at 20. She wanted to grow up to become an astronaut, but later, as she was interested in psychology, she wanted to become a psychologist, but as we know, she ended up becoming a travel YouTuber. Thanks to watching a lot of fashion television at a young age, Alina decided to become a model and an actress. At 13, she started modeling, and at 14, she signed up with She Modeling Agency in Saskatchewan. As there weren't many modeling opportunities in Saskatchewan, Alina attended Faces West, a modeling convention in Vancouver, and thanks to her good performance, she attracted many modeling agencies, and out of all the agencies, she chose to work with Team Aviva in Tokyo. Hitherto, Alina never traveled to Asia, but decided to move to Tokyo. She bought Rosetta Stone's Japanese language learning program. She arrived at the Japanese capital, Solo, in January 2006 and started working as a model at Team Aviva. At the time, Alina was the youngest person in the agency and worked with reputable brands like Canon, Mitsubishi, Honda, Peach John, and Shiseido. She worked in this model agency until March 2009. She used to travel in between her modeling contracts. Alina also worked as a part-time waitress for a decade. She also worked as a freelance writer, had her own photography business, and did a few other random jobs when she wasn't earning enough from modeling and acting. Alina studied from Kinistino Composite High School and graduated in 2008. As previously mentioned, she got her first modeling contract in Tokyo at 15. After this trip to Tokyo, she decided to not attend university, as her perception changed as she got inspired after meeting people traveling the world, following their passions, and being their own bosses. At 20, Alina secured a role in a Japanese TV show Ataru, which was the #1 show in Japan in 2012, and she also worked in many short films. She moved to Toronto to attend Toronto Film School in 2013 and took acting training here from 2013 to 2014. Alina was a part-time actress at Team Inc., the characters and creative drive artist in Toronto from 2008 to 2016, and worked as a model at Schönberg Models in Tokyo from 2016 to 2017. As a model, traveling was a part of her job which she greatly enjoyed. Even though Alina moved to Toronto for the film industry, she wasn't getting a lot of opportunities. So, she started her eponymous YouTube channel on October 26, 2013. Alina published her first video, A Model's Holy Grail Beauty Products, on October 2, 2015. Her channel started off as a beauty channel because at the time, she was a model and loved makeup, but her beauty videos didn't take off. Alina also published her first travel video in 2015, and as she continued publishing videos, she realized that she liked YouTubing more than acting. She felt YouTubing to be better than acting, as the former allowed her to travel the world, be creative, perform, and be her own boss, but the latter demanded from her a flexible schedule, and she was expected to be open for auditions. She had to work for long hours for almost free and put long hours just into auditions without knowing whether it would lead to a job, and also, she didn't have time freedom in acting. At 25, Alina traveled to Japan for her last modeling contract, and she vlogged her experiences in Japan, and these videos took her channel to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to this success, she started believing that her channel could grow even bigger. In 2018, Alina visited Moldova, Transnistria, Ukraine, and Romania in a month and a half, and all these videos performed well. So, she stopped producing beauty videos and started publishing only travel videos. She became a full-time YouTuber in 2019, and even though she was publishing regularly, She was earning only around 300 to 400 Canadian dollars per month. At the time, Alina decided to dedicate 6 months and travel on the Trans-Siberian Express and publish these videos onto her channel. She hoped that this trip would allow her to start earning decent money from her channel and allow her to continue being a full-time YouTuber. If this didn't turn out as expected, Alina's plan B was to return to her waitressing job and put YouTube on the back burner. Prior to the trip, she worked many extra shifts at her waitressing job for a security blanket of money. Thankfully, everything panned out well as her channel grew from 20K to 50K subscribers, and one of her Trans-Siberian Express videos became viral, which allowed her to continue as a full-time YouTuber, and she also started receiving new sponsorship opportunities. You'll be surprised to know that Alina's budget for travel was less than her full-time living expenses in Toronto. So, she continued traveling. She also worked as a freelance travel host for Viva Lifestyle and Travel Media from 2016 to 2017 in Toronto. Alina earns from ads, affiliate marketing, and sponsorships. She accepts donations on Patreon and PayPal and sells travel guides through her website. Alina films her videos with Sony Alpha 6400, DJI Pocket 2, and DJI Action 2 cameras. She also has an eponymous Russian YouTube channel, but she stopped working on it from 2020. Alina's favorite destinations are Astana and Almaty in Kazakhstan and Primorsky Krai and Lake Baikal in Russia. Through her travel, she throws light on less traveled, unique destinations and dispel the myths surrounding them, and her future plan is to produce a travel show for Netflix. Anthony Bourdain is Alina's inspiration. She is a good cook and knows Japanese, Russian, and Ukrainian. She is tall at 170 centimeters, and her zodiac sign is Aquarius. So, how are you inspired by Alina Mcleod's story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written her story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. And if you are interested in more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.